What's going on, folks? Painless. Uh, I, this is something that's been talked about. We see it with this brick gate. That I don't know where she's from. A melanated woman hit in the face. I'm not gonna talk about that foolishness because that's what it is, foolishness. But I believe there's an reemergence of this issue. And I even tie this in with my own personal dealings. I'm beginning to believe that black men and black women should just not fool with each other on a relationship basis. Um, in terms of marriage and things like that. Not that we shouldn't talk or be friends or something like that, but getting into serious relationships with a lot of black women is kind of a waste of time. And I'm going to explain why. And I've never really said this. I've always said, in the days of the gender war, 2009, 10, 11, all that stuff. I've always sat back and kind of critiqued some of the things, some of the shortcomings I saw in the so-called black community, especially dealing with black women. And a lot of people are saying the same things, and that's good. I'm not here. Look, I've never been that type to be like, hey, I said that first. I coined it. I made and be angry about it. Like you need to give me my flowers for it. No, it's great that I'm glad there are guys coming to the same determination. I don't want to be the only one saying this shit or coining this. I'm glad guys are waking up and not just parroting, but actually going through shit and coming out with that same conclusion. In other words, show your work. Show me why such and such squared times this, ABC plus to all that, fractions and algebra. You remember the old algebra formulas, you know, two, if it's in the parentheses, I believe it means you multiply. And what your teacher used to tell you, that's some shit you couldn't just come up and x squared equals blah blah blah. What your teacher used to tell you, you had to show your damn work on them tests, in mid tests, in them quizzes. So with that being said, I'm glad. I want to see brothers go through the muck, be out in the field, going through shit, and then come to that determination. Don't just come to me and say, yeah, parents, I agree. Because guess what I'm going to do? Show me your damn work. Show me your receipts. Show me your mileage. Show me your mileage chart. Where you been? What was the assessment in that location that you stopped at? What did you observe? That's what I want. So I'm not up here trying to coin stuff because I've always said this. Like, people talk about single mothers and the black man ain't in the home and and um, and all this jive. I've always said, well, okay, yeah, we can look at that. But who's raising these little motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Who's raising them? And I've come to determination, guys, and this may be kind of far out, but we've said it in passing. I've heard guys from Chicago say, "Man, don't mess with a woman from Chicago," and it makes sense. Like me, I'm living in Tennessee. I'm starting to like if a woman from Memphis, a lot of women from Memphis, and this is my own personal, my own a lot of women from Memphis they just got this. I don't know. They got this demeanor about them. You know what I'm saying? It's like church ratchet. Like you be ratchet as you want, but I think it's a South thing because I could say this for women in down south. But it sounds like Memphis. I in particular don't care to really deal with women from Memphis. They tend to be overweight. They eat real bad, and it's just that. And I've told you about sorority life in the South, uh, and coupled that, and they think they shit don't stink at the same time. And I don't. You got these women out here, 38, 37 years old. Um, the idea that, well, you just gonna have to deal with this. You look like bubble gum, chewed up bubble gum, stuffed back in a wrapper, or like some sausage that's been chewed up and shoved back into its skin. That's how you got a lot of them women in Memphis, of course down south, but in Memphis walking around like, you know what I'm saying? And then also any city like the city of Memphis, where there's murders every weekend, there's damn near a murder every weekend. That's an indictment on the women. I don't want to. I don't want to be in a. I don't want to entertain a relationship with women whose sons are murderers. All these little boys out here in Memphis killing, robbing people. That's an indictment on the mother. Yeah, we could talk about the fathers. I mean, it's an indictment on them. But to me, I know in so-called black communities, I talked about this, what I talked about, quality versus quantity. There's a lot of niggas around Memphis. And when I mean black men, but they ain't shit. It's a lot of ain't shit niggas in Memphis. And I started to look at Memphis like a fuck city. Like, psh, y'all, this is how, like, it's not even like who, because you hear in Tennessee, there's Tennessee and then there's Memphis, and it's the truth. So if you're a woman from Chicago, which you have a lot of black boys murdering each other, killing other innocent people, Baltimore, you need to start looking at, okay, and is every black woman in Memphis like this? Absolutely not. Come on now. But we go with this, is we can go this angle too. You sisters who ain't like that, y'all need to hold them women who are like that feet to the fire. And that's what we're not having. I've said this, the sisterhood is always in effect, guys. Painless, what is that? Two women, and this is not just sisters, black women. This is a woman thing. A woman could not even know each other. And I see it all the time online, in comments. It's so obvious. It's so one-sided. But am I complaining? No. All intents and purposes of this video, I'm letting the shit be known. See, I don't get mad at a snake for being a snake. That's what they do. They bite your ass. That's what they do. So what do? If you know that, you avoid their ass. If you know there's pit vipers or if you know that there's cotton mouths at that bank, at that creek, whatever, like they run rampant, you don't need to be setting up to fish right there. You go somewhere else. And that's how you got to treat these women who are like this. Avoid their asses at all costs. Don't even deal with them. Hence the title of this video. Like I said, I've come to the determination that we just don't belong together in that. It's kind of It's kind of runs along the lines of Dr. Neely Fuller. Who I like a lot of his ideology, that black folks, if we ain't coming together on some constructive shit, then we don't need to be fooling each other. Because we have nothing in place other than our skin color and some historic events that, our ancestors went through. But there's no protocols and shit. Just like with black men and black women, there ain't no protocols, amongst us. Like, oh, we don't do that, or we shouldn't do it. It's just, I don't know. It's willy nilly. It's willy nilly, But yeah, with that city shit, I'm wary. I'm from New Orleans, and Painless, you can't do that to every woman. You're right, I can't. But these are experiences I've had. Most sisters I meet, there's some critical bullshit attached to them. Like their daughter is in an abusive relationship and doing shit to her and the daughter. You know, I'm running to sisters that all you educated sisters can be the worst. Y'all too smart for your own fucking good. Y'all overthink shit. Look, if you worried about, the last guy did this, and that I need surety, and I say, hey man, if you're gonna be doing all that, if you're gonna be like, well, you think I'm about to jump through hurdles and move through this, your ass don't need to be fucking on here trying to date then. If you're gonna be all that paranoid, if you're gonna be trying to run through dudes through a damn screening process like this, you don't need to be motherfucking dating. You need to go buy a dog and die alone, like Kevin Samuels used to say. Real talk. Because I'm not jumping through hoops. You look good, I ain't gonna take that away from you and all that. But I'm not going through no damn selection process with your ass. Like, okay, you passed this, we'll move on here to this next phase. Bullshit. Bye. Delete, block. Block, delete, whatever. And I get on. But, I don't get mad. It's just, for shits and giggles to do these videos, about stuff like that. But yeah, when I hear sisters from here, there, I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, like I was saying, if it ain't, if your son, if your son ain't living with you and he catching cases, who the fuck? Why would I want to deal with that? And see, this is another thing, guys. Peep game. Just because, I in particular don't want to deal with no woman with young kids. They asses damn near got to be out the door before I even entertain anything serious. And me, let me tell you something. I'm not anti-relationship. I don't see nothing wrong with marriage per se. If you want to get married, I ain't gonna be like, man, why the fuck you get married, man? I mean, there's some things, but you need to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed, your ducks in a row before you marry that woman. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm not anti-relationship. But a man you should never settle. You should never settle. You know what I'm saying? So you have these women out here that, if they're, this is what I was going to say. You hear a lot of time, man, don't deal with women with young kids. Okay, yeah, we got that. Okay, check, good to go. But you need to watch these women with these adult children, 21, that, you go to the house, you come in, it's a couple dreads out in the front of the porch, smoking weed and shit. They may say what's up. They may look at you. Some may look at like, who. You better watch that shit too. Cause I met women who they're up in age, and shit. They got the son living with them. He's sleeping on the couch, in and out of the house, on the couch. One night at the baby mama's house, and yeah, my son, he just caught a case unnecessarily. And see, you don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with that shit. You know, you laying in bed with this woman on a Saturday morning. And them people like to hit in the middle of the night. Them law enforcement people, they love to hit about 2:30, 3 in the morning when you good and sleep. Imagine you laying up in there and the laws kick in her door looking for her son. And you get caught up in the bush. You need to be wary of that. So, yeah, we talking about women with young kids. No, women with these middle-aged, late teens, still living at the house, still going through bullshit. Hey, can I get some? Can you put some? I just want to know if I could ask you something. Yeah. You think you can give me something for collateral for this bail? Bullshit. Bail's but. Oh, Lord, gosh. You know? So it's like, man, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But yeah, we have no protocols in place. With other groups, there's protocols. And I've talked about all these black women out here on this travel bug bullshit, and y'all know how I feel about that. You ain't got two nickels to fucking rub together, but you in Costa Rica one month, 3 months later you're in Cancun. Sometimes you going by yourself. And see, this is all. Let me tell you what this shit is, guys. Let me tell you what this damn shit is, man. These are these women that are running, and I've heard this being said before. I think, shout out to Brother Minister Jap. These are women that are just running from reality, and he mentioned it. I'm giving his credit due. He said this, and it makes sense, and I'm echoing what he said. You got these women that are running from reality. They ain't got two nickels to rub together. They think when they come back from Cancun that that eviction notice ain't gonna still be on their door. Well, guess what? It is. You trying to hide that BMW wagon you got, that Mercedes, because them people are looking for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You trying to move it here and there so they don't take that shit. And guys, you don't want to be in a position where these women is fucking up your money, trying to travel, trying to buy, always on Amazon, got them Amazon fingers, buying stupid shit, instead of fucking going on a treadmill or walking for about 30 minutes, maybe 3-4 times a week, your ass is on there buying shit. On that spending fucking money instead of taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the age we living in. This is what a lot of these women is doing. I say, oh, you work out? Oh, yeah, God, oh. Yeah, I'm not fucking on there spending money. I'm bored. Go read a book. Women used to sew and knit and all this shit and exercise and, read to their kids. These sorry ass women now, they don't do shit but eat up shit and spend money and travel. Eat, spend, travel. That's it. That's it. Ain't been from East Baltimore, but never been down to the fucking pier. but talking about going to Punta Cana. Chick, if you don't make sure your rent is paid first, I ran into this. This is from Chicago, here where I live, because there's a lot, and that's the thing. Where I'm at in the Middle Tennessee area, there's a lot. You got a lot of women here from Indianapolis, Chicago, Detroit, Michigan. They just like them city like Cleveland, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Them women are so fucking whack and weird, and just Indiana, they're just a strange bunch. So you got a lot of them women down here, working little bullshit ass call center jobs, getting laid off. Now they're door dashing all the fucking time and still trying to stunt, driving around in an old, beat up ass Elantra. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get a car, if you don't get a tire for that donut, you've been riding on that damn donut on that Hyundai Elantra for damn 3 months. You ain't supposed to ride a donut that long. Change that bitch. But yeah, man, so you got a lot of them whack women out here, like I said, working little bullshit call center jobs, property management jobs, and all they fucking do is complain about the white people at the job. That's all they fucking do, man. And that's the thing, man. Like, it's all the so-called black community, especially down here where I'm at. I told you got that sorority bullshit in effect, and all these shines do is talk about white people and Black Lives Matter and love white Jesus, and all this ski weed shit, and black owned, oh, there's some over here, oh yeah, and they're black owned, but then when you in white folks' face, you skinning and fucking grinning. That's the move with a lot of these Negroes down here. Church niggas that want to be, that dip the church niggas, love Jesus and all this, say they don't like white people, we only deal with black, we trying to get black on, but you love the white man's savior, religion, and then you talk all that bullshit, but then when they in front of you, you skinning and grinning, and tightening up your lip when you nod in acknowledgement, shaking hands and shit, we having this thing for black businesses, come out support black business. Well, get your own black savior. But I said that dipping Jesus in chocolate, that's not the move to. But I'm gonna get away. This ain't a religious video, but I'm just showing the culmination of if you're a single black man, what you got to deal with, man. And like I said, I'm to the point where I'm just discovering that we don't need to be fooling with each other. That we don't trust each other. A lot of black women do not trust black men, even if you're successful, because then they're like, oh, it's too good to be true, blah, 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 do you, and stuff, shit like that. This stupid ass shit, there's no respect. And when I used to hear guys say that, because I was just talking about a little, surface shit, but not surface, but, this. But I never looked at the idea of black women not trusting black men or not even liking black men. We hear this thing that sisters are down for us and all this, and ride or die. They don't date interracially as much as black men, which there's a reason for that. Blase. No, you have a lot No, let's course correct on that bullshit. There are a lot of black women that despise, can't stand black men, but they will smile in your face. And black men, you need to know that. I wasn't aware of that. And that dovetails into that divestment bullshit. Them batshit crazy ass black women over there. And once you're dealing with a woman like that, there's let them walk the plank. I've had women ask me in 2023, so do you date other groups of? It's always white women. It's not Asian women, Hispanic women. Like, do you like white women? And I say, yeah. This is when I'm proposed with a bullshit ass question like that, a dumb fucking question like that. I say, I like women. I don't discriminate. I'm a man. I like women. And then you usually get the LOL or the laughing emoji. Bitch, I know you can't grasp what I'm saying on the other end. See, a man, we like beauty. We like hips, ass, breasts, long hair, shit like that. You women, y'all can't sexualize a man like per se like we do. You know what I'm saying? There aren't male brothels. And if there are, they're few and far between. They're rare. However, there's tons of female brothels where men, a Russian man, he go in there, he gonna knock down an African, a Cambodian woman, Sri Lanka. That's just how it goes. So for you sisters asking fucking stupid ass questions like, do I like white women? And I say, yeah, but you're trying to be, and this is the irony of this shit. And I've said this too. A lot of black women aspire to be Caucasian. They aspire to be white, which is another somebody else said that too. I forget. A lot of sisters, see, black men, we don't try to be like Brad or Terry or Cody. We don't try to be fucking white dudes, But y'all sisters, contrary, y'all try to be like Becky and Laura. And that's not up for a fucking debate. Not up for debate. But yeah, it's so when you become see, you may, guys, brothers, you may go through a period of anger, or confusion. But once you breach that, once you get past that, and you need to be in the field. That's what you need to be. Fuck what I'm saying. Go out in the field. Go out in real life. And you'll see. Pay attention. Pay attention to every word that these women say about shit, especially sisters. You'll discover how much disrespect is hidden behind that shit. Shit that they wouldn't say or have a white guy go through. And when you realize that, you'll realize in future tense, you'll realize that you dodged a bullet by that woman. There are a lot of black men with sassy, overweight women just because they, maybe they get access to that woman every night. They got kids. They tolerate. They're broke. Because she's got a champagne taste with a beer budget. And he can't get shit done. There's tons of black men, and usually what happens is, unfortunately, they end up offing these women and then offing themselves. That's what happens. That's what happens, guys. Few gals that listen to me. That's what happens, and that's unfortunate. You never want to get to that point to where you ready to put hands on someone. And so, and like with me, I don't tolerate loud voices. I'm not doing. If we gotta call each, yeah, you punk ass bitch, fuck, bitch, you done. You out of here. Goodbye. Good day. You're done. Cause and I'm not gonna talk to you like that in return. It's about respect. And any slightest of respect, it needs to be. I mean, it needs to be noted. So when you make your exit, you ain't gotta announce, but you went through steps. Like, okay, she she asked some she asked some all brand bullshit the first time I met her. Okay, check. Oh, she did some old fugazi ass shit this last week. Check. You annotate. You keep note of shit. So when you make you like you're not crazy. Cause these women have you thinking, oh, yeah. I've had women tell me, oh, you look stern. You know what the fuck that means to me? Painless when I heard that. When I heard that, all that meant was, damn, this nigga got standards. I can't get over on shit with him. Uh-oh, he's gonna, I gotta watch what I do. I actually have to be fucking accountable. Ain't there some shit? See, when you get to that level, guys, you be like, God damn, damn. See, women say shit, but say shit. See, stern. Oh, what's that mean? Stern. No, basically she just saying, damn, this a nigga that I don't think I can get over on. That's what the fuck that means. That small sentence structure speaks volumes. And then when I began to have more conversation with her, she was a fucking bozo, and I delete block. That's it. That's all you do. Ain't no meetups. Ain't no like I don't even want to see you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to even see you. So, you know, just like I told you, one woman told me, you give me hot vibes. Basically, she was trying to say, you're square, you handle your business. I'm not used to this. This is scary for me because I'm used to dealing with niggas who live on the fast life, irresponsible dope boys. See, and that's another thing. When you hear a woman, when you find a woman, and and that's the thing. These women will tell you exactly who the fuck they are. If you listen, these women will tell you who they are. When a woman tell me, oh, I'm just used to thugs and bad guys, that believe them. They haven't changed. Take a mental note. If you want to just knock them down, get in between, okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you need to make her well aware that, look, this is it. This is it. Yep. But see, I I'm at such an elevated level, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sensitive to it. Like, I feel like I got the glow, nigga. From Last Dragon, like, I've arrived. Like, I'm just, I'm like, I got that glow, and I'm so sensitive to where I don't even want to sleep with these women. I don't even want to sleep with them. I don't even want them in my vicinity, nowhere near me. Block, delete. That's it. I don't want to stick. See, there was time, yeah, she got a sassy mouth. She ain't shit. But hey, I'm horny. But now, my nigga, my glow is so strong. I'm like at I'm like at 5,000% strength. You know what I'm saying? I can resist. I can just be like, psh, you out of here, you gone, you done. See, when you get that glow, when you get that glow, you can, you can like not deal with shit. You can like, shit, I ain't dealing with that shit. You can resist. You can resist shit when you got that glow. You know what I'm saying? You ride. You're like you are just such. Your zen is so strong. You know what I'm saying? You can just like thwart. You can just knock shit bounce off you like, pah, you know, shit. You know. So I'm. That's what I'm on, God. But you know what? I'm about to jump back out here in this field, enjoy my day, and until next time, Painless out.